from the cold the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you. It's fight morning here in Las Vegas. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Saturday, July 26th, and we're getting ready here for live companion coverage here today of UFC Abu Dhabi. It's going to be underway here in just about 2.5, 2 3/4 hours as the crew will be by. I'll be joining the guys here today for UFC Abu Dhabi, including a great baseball card, mostly in the afternoon here today, as well as a couple in the WNBA. So we'll join you guys here. It's going to be a fun day. So hope you'll be with me and the crew here for the action. Just get the notes ready here. Got to be ready to join the guys for the big card here today, including that main event between Robert Whittaker and Rainier de Ridder, as we have middleweights going at it here today, and we'll be set to go. Let me say hello to everybody. Hi. I'm ready here, and got a good rest here today, maybe a little bit extra rest so we could go all the way through and push through today's UFC card. So looking forward to that. Let me say hello to some folks in the chat and get ready for our companion coverage here today. All right. Hello to Jimmy is here today. Thank you, Jimmy. He had the good night there overnight with Team Steam. Jimmy was the winner yesterday of the contest, so hope Jimmy's able to sign up with me and get the picks. If not, he's doing pretty good. Maybe Jimmy's already on the picks. So, you guys might win, and I don't know everybody by name in there, or maybe you have different names there. But thank you to Jimmy there today. Andrew K. Hey, Andrew. Hope Andrew saw my shout out there. I don't know if he left the happy hour show, but I was talking about Andrew K. there at the end of the happy hour show yesterday. Hope Andrew saw that. He might have left. He was talking early in the broadcast in the chat, and then at the end of the broadcast, I shouted out Andrew K. on the happy hour yesterday over at the Tony's Picks channel. Hello to Andrew. Cash Kane is here today as well. Damon Waring ready to go. I mean, we've got a great morning here, and Robert says so too. Robert says here, hey, good morning. Get ready for that MLB. And Patricio, nice to have Patricio here. Welcome, Patricio. Hope we're saying that one right, but nice to have you here. He knows what's going on. Here, Dougie as well. He's got the Braves today. Abel says, how about those Dodgers? The first place Dodgers today. And although the Blue Jays have the best record in baseball, Andrew, you better go back and watch it then. Final. I can't just rehash it here. That would take away from the effect. And all right, that's it from the crew so far. We'll let a few more people roll in here, before we get started. Let's do that. And I want to fire up the old YouTube algorithm here and see who's going to be a great participant today. Also want to invite everyone to comment along here. When you do, you are entered in the giveaway today. Well, the drawing at the end of the game, you can win my picks, and you might want my picks today, or I don't know if you do, but with today's UFC coverage, that's important because I have all my picks up there right now at winnable.com for the UFC today. If you want every pick from me in the UFC, for better or worse, I was, until these guys invited me on the show, I was a pretty good picker. Now, that might be exposing myself to, hey, I was hiding behind my picks. Now I got to come on and explain them and talk about the fights every time. I try to speak well about what I know about the fights, but man, didn't have a good week last week there on the main card, but maybe today will be my day. If you want my picks over there, winnable.com, check it out and get signed up for my free picks over there at Winnable, or also on the subscription service here today. Got picks also. We'll have Major League Baseball picks and WNBA as well. Like I said, got a couple of games in the W here tonight. So check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. This is how you get extra plays from me. You can come on and watch my show every day. I'll give you some free picks. Hopefully get those right. We'll cover them in just a moment, see how we did yesterday. But you can get my picks for the UFC. I think that's really what I'm getting at here today. So if you want to follow along and roll with some big plays too, when I give my UFC picks, I mean, I certainly am just picking the winner, right? But I also give the method of victory and the projected round of victory. This is one you can, you get a little bigger payoff if you go with what round it's in and how they do it. But, if you just want to roll with who wins, that's really what you're striving for. But, hey, we sometimes go for a big payday too. So check it out over at winnable.com. My UFC plays are up there right now for the entire card today at UFC Abu Dhabi. So it's a fun way to follow along, and it's just a couple of bucks, really, when you think about it, or 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM over at winnable.com. Okay, that's the address right there, winnable.com/Ramon. And then use that promo code STEAM there, or just win the contest here at the end of the show, and you'll get it for free. And you'll get a month for free if you win the contest. So everybody who comments is in. You've seen it plenty of times here, hopefully, how we do the contest. And, well, now we're not giving away any money anymore because we couldn't hit those 17 parlays. So we'll just give these picks out and you can do with them what you want. But I work hard at it and put them up there every day. Really, that's what you pay for when you're doing 50 cents a day with me. Here's 50 cents, Ramon. I got to type them all in. I got to do the handicap. You're doing your handicapping too. We're a bunch of handicappers here, right? Okay. Appreciate that. And check me out over there today at Winnable. All right. And check out the guys, too, with Mike and Jeff. They're also hooked up on Winnable, and that's how we're conveying our extra content here with you guys. All right. Currently in the chat, we got Dougie number 1, Abel number 2, Andrew K number 3. We've got Bobby Mack number 4. Harrison's in here. He's number 5. Patricia is number 6. Ziggy number 7. Hello to Ziggy.
Final.
Cash K number 8. Damon is in there as well. All right, a few more here. Say hello to who else is here. And it's going to be Dougie's got a bonus play here for us on the Twins and Harrison the Hustler. He says, let's make some money today. There's Ziggy. And Doge is here. Hi, Doge. What's going on there? And we had a winner. Thank you. There, Doge got off the snide a little bit. I did with my tennis picks with a win with Kalinskaya there yesterday. Man, what happened to my hot run on tennis here once we left Wimbledon? It is a little different because you got some hard court over here. You got some clay court over there. I'm watching a final here right now, as a matter of fact, on the tennis today. But man, I thought they were tough matches for me to get involved in the game spread today on the finals with watching right now. Noskova and Buzkova in a match here, and it's close, right? You got a $2 favorite. Man, if you've been rolling with underdogs right now, on big underdogs on the ATP tour, you're raking in some coin. We saw last night Taylor Fritz, absolute El Foldo against Fokina. Fritz on the verge of victory ends up somehow losing. Now it was hot. Maybe Taylor didn't want to go on. Maybe he wanted to get up to Montreal, get ready for that ATP 1000 event, and didn't want to wear himself out too much. And Davidovich Fokina fought hard and won. I'm sure Taylor wasn't giving up, but he was. After losing the first set, he had completely turned it around and was dominating even in the third set score-wise. It wasn't a domination there totally, but I think he was up 6-7, 6-3, and I want to say it was 5-2 or 5-3, and then he lost the match. Davidovich Fokina won. We have more action in Washington, D.C. today. Or not, no, we don't have there's a couple of matches today anyway there. So get ready to check it out today. All right. And Ken Mizrahi, hello. Okay, that's it from the chat right now. We're going to get ready to go here, but let's recap some of the action here yesterday, if you allow me to, and we'll preview the baseball games. Okay, so we had some winners here yesterday on the show with Arizona and Pittsburgh game to go under. We had that one there with Nelson and Burrows there yesterday. Went 11 innings. Another one, 1-0, where we had the under. Now, I know it looks easy on paper, right? I don't pick many of the 1-0 games where I had the over. I did have one this year where I remember it was 1-0. I had the over, but man, I've had a lot of these 1-0 games on the under. Maybe I am an okay handicapper after all there. But Pittsburgh had just one hit the whole game, and Suarez had a sacrifice fly in the 11th inning. Great clutch hitting by the teams, 0 for 18 with runners in scoring position in the game. So also, we had a winner with Philadelphia yesterday here on the show with Taijuan Walker there over Will Warren. We had the Phillies yesterday in that win over New York. New York led 3-2. Then Kyle Schwarber had 2 homers, 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs. In any normal game, that would be the player of the day, right? Schwarber, 2 home runs, 3 runs scored, 4 RBIs. What a performance by Schwarber. He got his 1,000th career hit. No one will remember his day after we tell you what happened. You probably know we're getting there today with the feature of our recap. But also we had the over in that game with Walker and Warren. We had a double winner also, Colorado and Baltimore. We had here on the show yesterday, I had Colorado on the run line. And man, they did it. You know they did it. Colorado over Baltimore yesterday. And to be fair, we also have the over as our premium pick there in the 6-5 win there for Baltimore. Had a winner here with my Tony's pick super high roller plays with Cincinnati and Nick Martinez over Tampa Bay in the 7-2 win there yesterday for the Reds, knocking off the Rays. Also had a winner with Chicago White Sox over the Cubs. We had the White Sox on the run line yesterday. They won 12-5. They crushed the Cubs. Having the Dogs coming through. The White Sox led that one 9-0 in the 4th inning. Quite frankly, the baseball games weren't that great yesterday. There were some blowouts there, but Imanaga did not have a good game. He gave up 12 hits and 7 runs in 3 innings and totally botched his ERA up a little bit. How about rookie catcher Edgar Carroll? He had a career 4-hit game. Man, 4 hits. What a great performance. Edgar Cuero. Everybody be remembering that 4-hit game if it wasn't for what we're going to talk about here in just a moment. And, hey, how about the game between the Athletics and Houston? Here it is, you guys. Let's celebrate this moment. And, hey, We blew it. We could be rich right now with Kurt's Achilles shorts if we would have just uh, marketed it correctly there. Man, how about the man yesterday with the greatest performance in Major League Baseball history, arguably? Maybe we could find another one, but rookie first baseman Nick Kurtz. We know him as Kurt Scalise. We coined the phrase. We didn't get the shirts printed. Nobody even says this, but you guys called it in the chat. And Nick Kurtz had one of the greatest games in the history of baseball. He went 6 for 6. He scored 6 runs. He hit 4 home runs in the game. He had a single. He had a double. He had 8 RBIs. He had 19 total bases. That tied that famous game by Sean Green some 22, 23 years ago. And Nick Kurtz turned in the biggest performance. The A's won 15-3, by the way. But the 4 home run game for Nick Kurtz yesterday, what a performance. There, we had the A's, by the way, as our premium pick here on the Sports Money with my Sports Money premium picks with Springs over Gusto. We said the Astros might be in for it a little bit with the first 2 games of the series because of the shortage of pitching kind of the Astros are having a little bit here right now with McCullers hitting the DLs I think he went on the injured list. He's missed a start there. So what a performance by Kurt Achilles yesterday, huh? And also we had the Texas Rangers on the run line yesterday in their win over Atlanta. We had that one over on the Cover the Spread show is where we had that yesterday as I had Eovaldi on the run line over Wentz. Also here on the morning steam yesterday, we had Washington in that win over Minnesota. I just want to mention it, we had the under actually on the show yesterday. We actually laid the run line with the Twins in a 1-0 victory there yesterday for Minnesota. Zebby Matthews was spinning it, wasn't he? He had 2 hits allowed in 6 scoreless innings. Buxton had a sacrifice fly. Did I say it was 1-0? Did I say I had another under? It is uncanny how many of the 1-0 games we are on the under. Yes, I pick a side and total here pretty much on every game eventually somewhere. But man, we always hit these 1-0 games on the under. Amazing. Also, we had a winner yesterday with Seattle and the Angels yesterday with the under here on the Cover the Spread show. I said go under with Seattle and LA. Final score in that one, 3-2 in favor of the Angels. All right, and we'll say hello to a few more folks. We're almost ready to start the show. We got to get going, really, because of our coverage today. There's Jimmy, he likes Philadelphia today. Now Andrew went back, and Andrew had to go all the way back there to talk about bowling, right? We had to talk about, I think, Andrew, I want to know why Andrew was just throwing out random semi-famous bowlers at the beginning of the show. We didn't ask for that, Andrew. Goops is here today as well, right? Oh, Ken, right? It could have been, what was Kurt's thinking? And we just go for the cycle there. And that was pretty funny, Andrew, wasn't it? And look, Abel had over 1.5. Abel, come on, man. You only had over 1. You couldn't ramp him up to over 17. There is Harrison the Hustler. Hello. And NYC Bar. I'm going to talk a couple more events here from yesterday, and then we'll get on with it on the show here this morning. Also, we had the winner in the CFL yesterday. We took Edmonton here on the show, plus the points, and they got that late cover. Saskatchewan won the game. Edmonton got the money yesterday. We picked Edmonton here on the show, but our premium pick on the under was a pretty easy winner there yesterday with Edmonton and Saskatchewan. I had that as my high roller premium pick over at Tony's Picks there with the under with Edmonton and Saskatchewan. WNBA action yesterday. We were able to bring home our Super High Roller Premium winner with New York Liberty in their win over the Phoenix Mercury. New York extended their winning streak to 5 games. Right now, it's pretty much Minnesota, it's New York, and then it's the rest of the teams in the WNBA. I don't know which team is going to try to step up and stop those two teams, it looks like, from maybe meeting in the finals. Depends how that bracket shakes out and if they can finish 1-2. But right now, New York looking pretty strong and taking down and covering against a pretty good contending team in Phoenix last night. There. And also, we had our happy hour winner yesterday with the Golden State Valkyries. We talked about that terrible injury to Kayla Thornton. She's having a career year, kind of a player that really was looking for somewhere to star, right? Kayla Thornton averaged 14 points a game this season, for the last few years. Certainly in her career was kind of a single-digit scorer, got a chance to star with Golden State. She's lost for the season. I did still take Golden State. They got the money late. They trailed almost the entire game against Dallas, which is dramatically improved. But Golden State got the win and the cover, and we had them on the happy hour yesterday. Also, we did have a Major League Soccer winner on the happy hour yesterday with Orlando and Columbus game to go over in a 3-1 final there yesterday for Orlando. And we had a winner with my San Diego FC as they got the win over Nashville at home 2-0. There we had the under in that game. And our late game, or it turned out to be a late game, was canceled or postponed. The Galaxy in Houston ended up with a storm there and had to postpone the game between Galaxy and Houston. That's it for the recap. Let's go to the games today and get started with the show. Thank you for joining me here. Give me just one moment, and I'll be back with you. Let me just organize here real quick. All right, and by and by organize, I mean blow my nose. Okay, here we go. Let's get rolling with the coverage today. We're going to start off with the big one here between the Phillies and the Yankees here. Ranger Suarez is going up against Marcus Stroman here in this one. And hey, right now, you're looking pretty close game here. Got to call it like I see it here with the Phillies, a road favorite here with Ranger Suarez. I'm sure that this line here might be mostly based on the fact that Suarez has to be considered the more stable option here in this pitching situation, and so they're a slight favorite here for sure on the road at $1.15, maybe even $1.20. $1.20 might even be more fair price here at this point. Let me update that here, and the total is 9.5. Shaded to the under here today. Let me pop that up there. And you guys get ready for your picks as well, but there we go. With the Phillies and the Yankees here today, let me get some of the numbers for these two hurlers here. For Suarez, he comes in with a solid 2.45 ERA in this one, a 1.13 whip, 226 batting average against, a 283 BABIP. Suarez is 7-4. The Phillies are 8-6 with Suarez on the mound for the Yankees here. And Marcus Stroman, he is 2-1 in 7 starts, a 5.64 ERA. Stroman's kind of someone bettors like to pick on a little bit, but to me, you still get an ultimate competitor out there. He's got a 1.48 WHIP, 273 batting average against the Yankees. Are 5-2 with Stroman on the mound. Go ahead and start to chime in on your picks, but I will give you some more information here right now in the matchup between Philadelphia and the Yankees following that series opener there between the two yesterday. Like I said, we were on the Phillies in that one, but I'm switching to the Yankees here today at $1.05 or so, or maybe even a little bit of even money here in this one. Yeah, the Yankees have lost 6 of their last 9 overall, but they've won 8 of the last 12 at home still. Here, Yankees have still won 4 out of the last 5 against the Phillies overall. Yankees and Phillies have gone over in 4 of their last 5 meetings. 16 of the last 21 games for the Yankees have gone over. Philadelphia has won 4 of their last 6 games. They've gone under in 14 of their last 19 on the road, but they have gone over in 5 of their last 7 overall. 8 of the last 11 games here at Yankee Stadium between the two teams have gone over. Let's go to the chat here. I'm already on the Yankees. As I said, I'm taking New York today as my pick here on the show. So go ahead in the chat with you guys. And let's see. Oh, I fell behind a little bit. And Ernie McCracken was a great something or other here. It says Doge to Candy here as well. Good morning. Ziggy here. He's talking about the passing of Hulk Hogan earlier this week. And he wanted to know my thoughts on it. Well, we don't want, we want to see anybody pass. Look, we all have some flaws, right? And I'm sure you'll all hear mine when I'm gone, or you won't. But let's see here. Abel with Freeman there yesterday. Harrison thinks the Lynx will win the championship. And good morning to Old E there as well. And let's see here. As he says, was I a fan of Hulk Hogan? I guess for a time, I think I was in some of those iconic moments. The pinning of Andre the Giant. Certainly, I was an Andre the Giant fan at that time. Justin's here today. Sports money is money. Make sure you're joining Justin and I every day, along with Ron Crawford, Solo Malone on the 2-3 zone, previewing the WNBA action on YouTube. Ziggy's got the over in this one with the Phillies and the Yankees. Doe says the Yankees are his pick. He says Suarez kind of slipping a little bit. Cash Kane on the Yankees there. Justin's on the Yankees today. Here's Law Dog. He says, good morning. Thank you, Law Dog. Hey, it's nice to have you there. Okay, he's working during the week, so I understand. Great to see you. Justin also, Yankees team total over today. He's got the over in the Yankees game today. And NYC Bar likes New York money line. Bobby Mack likes them as well. And wow, man, hey, I think the Yankees are probably a consensus play here. Wow, I didn't know. I thought it'd be kind of by myself there a little bit, but I think you guys see it the way I do. Doge has got that big Penix energy, it looks like. Abel was at WrestleMania 2. That's how old Abel is. Law Dog judge for a homer there. And let's see here. Will Johnson here today. Nice to see Will. He's done betting the Yankees. Not everyone's on the Yankees here. And Jermaine, hello. And he said, what about my man Kurtzgillies, Jermaine? You know, we could have been rich. We could have marketed Kurtzgillies. I wanted, when he hit the 4th home run, Jermaine, I wanted to tweet out just the word Kurtzgillies. It's too late now. And I said, you know what? I can't do that to Jermaine. He coined the phrase. I just can't. And I even typed it in to the X search. And I'm like, has anybody used this? If you look in there, you guys can check it out. I think one person has ever used the word Kurtzgillies on X. It was, might have even been last year, but type in Kurtzgillies in the X search, And I think only one person has ever typed that word into X. And I almost did it yesterday, but I said I can't do it, even though no one had done it other than one person. So it wasn't totally, Jermaine may have done it before that, but I couldn't do it because it's Jermaine that has the rights to it. Andrew K's on the Yankees here. And good morning to Action Jackson as well. He says we got to get it out there. And hey, I am famous after all. I got like 3,500. Well, no, I don't. 30. How many followers do I? 3,200. That's pretty good, man. I'm famous there. Right. Law Dog's ready. Let me keep going here right now. It's going to be the. Boy, I might need to take another break here. Let's get going here also with our next one up. Cleveland and Kansas City. I won't spend much time on this game because we did the preview actually yesterday, and we're not going to change, right? We're not going to change the picks just because of a postponement. It looks like we have the same matchup here with Williams and Waka. Yesterday on the show, we did give out Kansas City and the under. The under was on the happy hour. We gave out Kansas City here on the morning steam show, so we're just going to do it again. No need to rehash it too much, other than the fact that we have some other folks here. So we'll talk about it here real quick. For Williams, he's 6-4, 3.54 ERA. Williams is 13-4 to the over, but Waka is 7-12 to the under. He's 4-9. Waka, 3.62 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 246 batting average against, and a 282 BABIP. So we're taking Kansas City. I'm also on the under. Hey, if you want to get some more picks from me on some of these games, my man Tony T, he's on vacation this weekend, and I was joined by Rod Zawacki and Al Ninos, and we previewed every game over there on the Tony's Picks channel. So I want to get a few more picks, but I did give out Kansas City, and I gave out the under over there with the picks. So just to let you know, what we'll do is we'll cover Cleveland and Kansas City series, kind of the notes with the streaks when we get to game 2, since we already previewed this one. Let me get your picks, so if you want, real quick on these in the doubleheader, right? Doge says Waka all day today, and also Stop Geo. He wants to get involved in a little NASCAR action this weekend, and maybe we'll find some time for that. My NASCAR is not that sharp, so I don't really do too much with it. Mostly I just do the biggest races, actually. But here's Justin's got Witt over. Cash King going under in game 1. He'll go Royals money line in game number 2. Will says if the Yankees win, the Mets lose, they never win together. Oh, man, that's interesting. Guardians first 5 for Robert McCormick, and Ziggy says Royals money line in game 1. Dirty Reg is here today. Nice to see Dirty Reg. All right. Next up, Blue Jays taking on the Tigers here. The Blue Jays, they only have the best record in baseball now. The last time the Blue Jays had the best record in baseball on July 26th, they won the World Series. They have Kevin Gausman going here against Tariq Skubal. Now, it's obvious to say, Skubal here, $2? What? Tariq Skubal is one of the best pitchers in baseball. There's no doubt about it. Pretty good every game. You're going to get a nice, solid effort from Skubal. He's rarely going to get a clunky effort or a bad game, right? He's 10-3 with a 2.19 ERA, 0.81 WHIP, one of the lowest in the major leagues for sure, and a 192 batting average against. These are some of the best numbers in baseball. We know that. Kevin Gausman, he might be a big game pitcher. He's got a 4 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 224 batting average against, and a 265 BABIP. His BABIP's better than Skubal's, actually. And what do you have in this one, you guys? Interesting game for sure, and you got to give the Blue Jays some credit in here. But I guess Tariq Skubal, he doesn't lose to anybody, right? He's obviously a typo here. It says that the Tigers are 15-5 with Skubal on the mound. That can't be. He's got to be 20-0. right? They don't lose any games with Skubal on the mound. Anyways, Gausman 7-7. They're 12-8 with Gausman on the mound. Doesn't make much sense to me as a $2. Maybe he owns this lineup a little bit. I get that too, but come on, really. I'm going to take the over in this one. I'm sure that it's going to get down to, especially with the total at 7. Look, we all think Scubal's pretty great. It's even shaded to the under right now. I'm going over in this one. Probably going to have a pretty good game, man. Toronto's still on fire no matter how you slice it right now after winning again yesterday with Barrios over Keter Montero there. We lost. We took Detroit yesterday. I'll admit it, but I don't know if I can do it today. But give me the over here as my pick, I think, in the game at 7. Toronto absolutely looking just fine. And look, it's tough to beat Skubal. I'm not, I think you guys know we're not fooling around here, but you just got to look at these prices a little bit and try to be realistic about it. You still have a Toronto team that's won 7 of their last 8 games coming into this one. They've won 6 of their last 9 on the road. They've beaten Detroit in 4 of the last 6 games. 11 of the last 16 matchups between these two teams in Detroit have gone under. Toronto's gone under in 5 of their last 7 on the road. Detroit's gone under in 6 of their last 8. But Detroit has gone over in 5 of their last 6 games at home. Detroit's only lost 5 in a row, by the way, right? And 5 in a row at home. So, maybe Skubal, he's a stopper. He'll end it probably today, but I can't do it, man. I'll take the over here in this one. I know I'm not laying $2. I'm not laying no run lines right now against this Toronto team. Maybe Detroit's got to stop the bleeding. Everybody thinks that they're going to choke this lead. I don't think they are. Maybe the other teams will close the gap a little bit, and eventually this Detroit, they're playing some tough teams here too, and maybe they've had it easy. Maybe they do have it easy in that division after all, right? Because talked about it, Cleveland, Kansas City, and Minnesota have all kind of faded to 500, and that's probably where obviously Detroit has kind of got their gains. Here come the plays for you guys in this one. Let me take a look. Ziggy's on the under here. Justin says, I got to take the Blue Jays. I mean, come on. Cash Kane, Tigers, first 5. Money line here. NYC Bar says, this will be a pitcher's duel. Ramon Tremaine says he's got it as an under as well here. And Doge says, Blue Jays a letdown spot here right now. This is where the Tigers take them on the run line. He says that they'll calm the waters here a little bit. Andrew K says Tigers could use a win actually, and man, the Jays going for first place. Yeah, man, this has been such a great run, and with a record right now of 61-42, like I said, the best record Toronto's ever had, or since they won the World Series in '93. 93, did I get that right? Oh, I don't want to insult the Jays fans, but Robert on the Jays run line. Justin says that line's starting to move a little bit towards the Jays. Everybody's kind of getting going here. We do see right now about $1.75 probably there. And Tigers money line first 5. Okay. Gio says he says Tigers are my team. And I know that, and he says, even I think this is kind of crazy here. All right, next up, just give me another second, gang. All right. Thank you for putting up with me a little bit here. Diamondbacks and the Pirates. Merrill Kelly's on the mound here. He's going up against Andrew Haney here. And Arizona knocked off Pittsburgh yesterday. I kind of got caught there a little bit buying into the Pittsburgh hype with a lot of gamblers, I think, yesterday. Trying to pick on Arizona a little bit. My position was, look, Arizona's sellers right now, but still dealing with a pretty mediocre Pittsburgh team for sure. But Ramon Kelly comes in here with 3.32 ERA, 1.05 whip, 205 batting average against, and a 248 BABIP. He's 9-5 on the season. Andrew Haney 4-9. Pirates are just 6-13 with Haney on the mound. He's got a 5 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 254 batting average against, and a 263 BABIP. Let's see how you guys have this one here. Arizona taking on Pittsburgh here today, and take a look at some of the numbers here. Pittsburgh comes in here having lost 12 of their last 16 games overall. Pittsburgh's won 10 of their last 14 games at home, however, and they've also lost 10 of their last 15 against Arizona overall. They're just 1-5 against Arizona here at home in the last 6 games. Arizona, like I said, they are favored here, $1.25. I'm even seeing $1.35 now. The total's kind of sneaking up here a little bit at 8.5 over, shaded to the over here right now. I'm going to call Arizona $1.35 right now. And man, maybe Arizona is just better than this team after all. I was hoping to maybe kind of roll with Pittsburgh a little bit in this series, but maybe they are going to be overmatched. Maybe Arizona's finding a little bit of fortitude to kind of push through this a little bit here, and I'll just take Arizona today on the money line against the Bucks. Okay, chat, let's see how you guys have it here. Diamondbacks money line for Ziggy, Law Dog Diamondbacks money line, and NYC Bar likes the over. Next up is the Rays taking on the Reds here, and you got Andrew Abbott going in this one for the Reds. Abbott strong here right now, 8-1 record currently, 12-5 are the Reds with Abbott on the mound. You figure this is a team that, hey, they're playing pretty good right now, 4 games over 500. Abbott a 2.13 ERA, 108 WHIP, 222 batting average against, and a 266 BABIP for Pepio here, and the Rays does have a 3.66 ERA. Rays are 7-14 to the under with Pepio on the mound. He's got a 1.15 WHIP, 229 batting average against, and a 263 BABIP. Tampa Bay is 8-13 with Pepio on the mound. However, I mean, this one almost seems like, wow, maybe the Reds here at a decent price right now, $1.15, $1.20 or so. The total 9 over 20, or as the graphic says, they're 9 period under 20. Let me fix that a little bit here. There we go. Let's see what you guys think of this one with Cincinnati and the Rays here today. You know, we already talked about the game there yesterday with the two teams. You know, I did have the Reds, but I thought it would be an over, and I kind of want to go over today, even with Abbott in there. But let's see how you have it with Pepio and Abbott here. Just think the Reds might have a pretty good performance against Pepio is really what I'm feeling. Cincinnati has won 6 of their last 9 games coming in. They've also won 5 of their last 6 games at home. Cincinnati's won 6 of the last 8 games here at home against Tampa Bay. Reds have gone under in 5 of their last 6, including 5 straight games at home to the under. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams in Cincinnati have gone under. The Rays come in having lost 4 of their last 5. Here right now, and they've lost 5 straight on the road coming in. Tampa's gone under in 4 of their last 5 on the road. Let's go to the chat and see what you have here in this. I'm going to take the over here even at 9 runs today with Tampa and Cincinnati. I'm down with this total here. Let's see how you guys have it in the chat. Chat All-Stars with the Reds here. Cash Cane, Reds, first 5 money line. Ziggy's going with the under. And here's NYC Bar on Cincinnati. You got Bobby Mack on Cincinnati here. He's also on the first 5 under. Here's AOD here today. Thank you, AOD, for being here. And next up, and thank you, AOD. Thank you for just being always so positive and reinforcing for me. It really is a nice. I know, I know you have that all those great comments for me, and that really makes me feel good every day. Thank you. All right. Hey, the Braves and the Rangers here. And look, we're getting ready for the Braves and the Rangers game at the NASCAR facility here. I think is it on August 2nd? The Brave, not the Rangers, but the Braves playing that game. Mikey mentioned it yesterday on his show, and I remember seeing that they're starting to talk about it a little bit more now as they'll get ready to play that game at the Bristol Motor Speedway between Atlanta and I think it's Cincinnati. But here in this one with the Braves and the Rangers here today, you've got Grant Holmes going for Atlanta. Holmes comes in with a 3.81 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 230 batting average against, and a 284 BABIP. Grant Holmes is 4-9 right now. Now, Camille Rocker starting to look a little bit better at home, but I still have concerns, especially against an Atlanta lineup that maybe they're starting to peak a little bit here. Rocker a 5.66 ERA. His numbers at home are certainly better, but also Rocker here 1.4 WHIP, 273 batting average against, and a 307 BABIP coming into this one. So go ahead in the chat and give me your pick here, maybe with Atlanta and the Rangers here today at Globe Life. For the Rangers here, they've won 7 of their last 8 games. Coming into this one, they've won 8 of their last 9 games at home. 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two have gone over. Texas has actually won 15 of the last 23 meetings between these two teams in interleague play. It's about a 6 or 7 year sample size. Texas has won 8 of the last 11 at home against Atlanta, so there could be a little bit of a block there. We saw, of course, like I said, there in yesterday's game, we did have the Rangers on the run line, but I'm probably going to look to the total here today in this one between Atlanta and Texas. Atlanta comes in having lost 5 of their last 6 games. They've gone over in 8 of their last 10 overall and over in 6 of their last 7 games on the road. Atlanta has gone over in 5 straight games here against Texas at Globe Life. They've also gone over in 6 of their last 8 overall against Texas here. And so let's see what you guys have in this one today as Holmes goes up against Camille Rocker. Let's go to the chat in this one. I'm going under as my play. I'll just say it right now before I look too closely here at the chat. I mean, not that I don't take your guys' pick into consideration, but only when I'm looking for a pick myself. Otherwise, I'll make my proclamation there. All right. Justin says he's got the Braves in this one. AOD says, thank you very much, AOD. Braves here for NYC Bar. Ziggy's on the Braves today. Justin says he's got Riley over here, for an RBI there. Oldie, thank you here for always being a participant here at the Sports Money Network. Robert's on the Braves money line. Cash Kane says Rangers first 5 money line. He's also on the under. Tremaine's ready to go over in this one at 8.5. Action Jackson on the Braves today, and Law Dog is on the Braves here as well. All right, I'm on the under here with Atlanta and Texas. Next up, you got the Rockies taking on the Orioles here. You got Sensatella on the mound going up against Rogers at minus 250. I guess the Orioles headed for the World Series again. I know it's easy to go against these Rockies, but hey, we had them yesterday, and they are playing as well as they have all season. Like you said, a lot of times, look, when you're 50 games under 500, or I guess 49 now, it's easy to just go against them every game. But there is a point where you got to cut it off and say, they're probably not necessarily a 250 winning percentage team now. Once we've reached the halfway, I mean, they're still probably 350, but I don't know. Orioles is pretty big price here, but I think the matchup still favors the Orioles. I did give out the Orioles on another show on the run line, and look, I rolled with the Rockies yesterday. I just think this is a little tougher for the Rockies. I think that's what I feel about it. Rogers is 3-1 with a 1.74 ERA, 0.87 WHIP, 163 batting average against. Now, it's not all that necessarily, but pretty good numbers so far. Just saw moments ago. Want to just announce that it was Alexander Bublik with the win over Arthur Kazal today. Just moments ago in straight sets to get to that tournament victory there. Bublik wins the finals at the Generali Open in Kitzbühel, Austria, just moments ago. All right, let's get your pick in this one between Colorado and Baltimore today with Sensatella and Rogers. For Sensatella here, he's 4-13 with a 6.41 ERA, 1.8 WHIP. This is right. Maybe this is part of a 364 BABIP, 348 batting average against, and we know his numbers get a little bit inflated by playing in Colorado, but I don't know. That's no excuse. These are just bad numbers. Maybe he could use change of scenery, but for the Rockies here, they come in having won 5 of their last 7 games, everybody, and doing a pretty good job. They've won 4 of the last 6 meetings with Baltimore. Baltimore's lost 4 of their last 5 in this one, but I'm going to go with the over here today with Colorado and Baltimore. Current total here is 9.5. It's even shaded here a little bit to the over, and I'm going to go with the over here in this one today between the Rockies and Baltimore. In the chat, let's see how you guys have it. It's going to be look, I think the Braves are a consensus play in that one. Yeah, I think so too. That's maybe surprising, right? Because I think a lot of people like with Rocker's bad numbers. I think people are still willing to kind of roll with him a little bit at home in Texas, playing a little bit better here. Ziggy's on the Orioles on the run line today. Lovable plays is here today as well. Justin says Orioles team total over. Cash Gate says Orioles money line, put him in a parlay. Rogers can get the win today. Says lovable plays. All the Rockies team total over. See, all these not willing to, Here's a NYC bar also on the Rockies here today. And Goop says he took his chances there with Kramer in that last one. And we know that the Rockies did come through, but I respect that. Let me dial up missing here the steam a little bit. The most important part of the show there with the steam, right? We did have some come in here, I think, as we were on the show here. There it is. I knew it was coming. Philadelphia and the Yankees taking some steam here on the over. On the under here right now. I don't even know. I think I caught it before the market. I haven't actually seen the market move. The line service is sending out the move here that the steam's coming in on the under in Philadelphia and the Yankees, and we will see it, I'm sure. I'm just not seeing it quite yet. But it is expected to tick down here. We already said it was 9.5 under 20, so we could be heading to 9 over in Philadelphia and the Yankees. That steam just kind of creeping in here a little bit right now. Also, let me cover the other. Atlanta did take that steam, the widely reported steam in that matchup with Texas. The steam came in on the over here in that one as well. Okay, and let's see here. I didn't see it either. Lovable plays. So it kind of caught me by surprise there, but maybe we will see
Critical notice.
Okay, next up, we've got the Marlins taking on the Brewers here with Jansen Junk. One a man said one man's junk is another man's treasure. And maybe that's what we're getting here with Jansen Junk. This pitcher is starting to look pretty decent here right now. You look at his numbers. Junk comes in with a 3.25 ERA, 103 whip, 252 batting average against. He's 4-2 in 6 starts. Quintana comes in 7-3. The Brewers are 10-4 with Quintana on the mound. Man, Milwaukee never got it going yesterday as the Marlins won 5-1. My man Kyle Stowers hit another home run there. Hey, he's got a torpedo bat. Quintana 3.49 ERA. The Brewers are 10-4 with Quintana on the mound. Quintana comes in with a 240 batting average against and a 265 BABIP. This could be a good starting pitching matchup, actually, in this one. I like what I've seen so far in Jansen Junk. I made a comment. I said, are we going to see another Marlins pitcher come in and end up being a pretty good pitcher, but unfortunately he's with the Marlins, and so he kind of lingers in obscurity a little bit? Let's get your plays here in this one. Here's the breaking news right now. Let me get to it here real quick. We've seen this move to the under, and hopefully, like I said, you are joining me here on the Morning Steam to get the latest information, and we just gave you the under. We might not know why, and you don't have to play it, but Aaron Judge is not in the starting lineup today, and that is the early game at 1:05 Eastern, 10:05 Pacific. Word is that Aaron Judge is not in the lineup today. There's that move to the under. I know I'm on the Yankees. I didn't know he wasn't going to make it. We're just getting this information in here right now that Aaron Judge is not in the starting lineup here today. And hopefully that's why you're joining me here on the Morning Steam Show every day as I break the news here. I'm not some Nostradamus. I just pay for some tools, right? I spend that's why I want you to subscribe to my picks. I spend a couple $100 a month on these, line services and everything. You can get free line services out there. You can go with some of the other paid services too, like some people do. But if not, join me here. I give you exactly what I know. I'm not keeping any secrets from anybody. All right, here we go with the King of Kung Fu is a plus 450 today, and Doge has got him. Lovable plays, says the professional Junk. Cash Game, Marlins, first 5 money line. Old D, Marlins, first 5 team total is juice, but he's going to take it. Ziggy's on the under in this one. Jeff Matthews is here. He says, kind of a sleepy spot for the Brewers, actually. That's right. And didn't it look like they slept through yesterday's early start there, Jeff? How about that play at the beginning of the game, though, with 2 outs in the first inning, and that ball by Miami is hit to center field, and the outfielder jumps up, brings the ball back in with his glove, right? Definitely robbed the home run, but as his arm hits the wall, the ball comes out, bounces 3 times on the yellow line, bounces back into play. Not a home run, but the umpire signaled home run right as the play had happened. That ended up being the runner goes to third base for a triple. But because the umpire made the home run signal and then the replay said that he had the wrong call, it was a ground rule double, because once you do this, that kills the play. And that triple was turned into a double. They did not score. They went on to win 5-1. But here's NYC Bar, Brewers run line here. And Doge says, take the Marlins again. Robert McCormick, Marlins run line. Justin, though, he's going to bring some sensible information here. Brewers run line plus money. And Lovell says, no Judge today. That makes it rough. Cash Cane's on the Phillies. You gotta wonder, right? I didn't see any injury note. I'm going to look for that real quick here if we can. But you do have to think maybe there's a little bit of some kind of tweak with Judge. I don't think you'd miss this particular game on a Saturday. Yes, um, everybody gets a day off here and there. This feels like an important series. The Yankees are sliding a little bit from behind Toronto, and we'll just have to see. Hopefully, it's not a big. Hopefully, it is a rest day, but we'll have to see. If anybody's looked it up here, let me know. Jeff Matthews saw that play yesterday. Cash Kane says junk is pretty good. And Cash Kane also said dogs first 5. How about that? Level Play says take the under. Oh, I need a play. Oh my goodness! So wake up, Ramon. We need your play here in this one between the Marlins and the Brewers. Let me read some numbers off, and then maybe we can settle on a play here with, I know what I'm already on, but I'll just give you my little notes that I love to give. And for Milwaukee here, they've won 12 of their last 14 games, despite the loss yesterday. They've won 6 of their last 7 at home, but they are just 4-8 in the last 12 against Miami. Miami's won 7 of their last 9. They've won 14 of their last 17 games on the road. So Miami playing, sometimes they do this, right? I mean, they're toast pretty much, but they've won here 4 of the last 6 games in Milwaukee overall as well. So, all right, I think that's going to be it for me. I'll take the under here in this one with Miami and Milwaukee following yesterday's 5-1 game. Give me the under. All right, Cash Kane he had the Sox and the Rockies at best yesterday, and hello to SF Niner today. Let's go to this next one here with the Athletics and the Astros. And man, the Athletics have just dominated the Astros for the last 2 days in a row here right now, including, we've already talked about it if you're just joining us and you didn't see the action last night, following one of the greatest performances in baseball history. It's not hyperbole, with the performance by Nick Kurtz. Kurtzgillies, our man. I hope... Why aren't anybody saying it? Why isn't anybody using this great name? And I think the thing about Jermaine, we're kind of teasing him a little bit about making this name up, and it's so cool, and nobody uses it and everything. But hey, he was coining this phrase months ago, and the man just had one of the greatest performances. And how humble is this kid? He looks like he's about 19, and if you heard the post-game interviews, just makes me tingle a little bit. He's just was so humble about it. He's obviously heading for stardom here. And I said, right, because they were talking about what are the A's future. I know they're coming here to Las Vegas, and I said, you don't want to trade this guy. Now, I don't think they were ever going to trade him, but just in case. Before yesterday, I mean, we're not going to do anything crazy now. I think they already knew they had something special with Kurtz. Anyways, go ahead and chime in if you want here with Lopez going here on the mound. Does he pitch every other game now for the A's? He does have 11 starts. He's 3-6. A's are 6-5 with Lopez on the mound. He's got a 4.6 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, 2.43 batting average against. For Hunter Brown, I know he's a great pitcher, a 9-4 record, 2.57 ERA, 0.99 WHIP, 195 batting average against. You have the Astros here at a $2 favorite or so. Come on, you got to be kidding me. Another one of these. The A's are playing with a little bit of moxie here right now. Let's see how you guys have this one. Today, could the A's, funny, on one of the shows, I was like, the Astros will probably sweep the A's this weekend. Now, I did express concern about the pitching over the last 2 days for the Astros, for sure. They had to piece it together here a little bit, but nonetheless, the Astros do come in here having lost 7 of their last 8 games at home. They still have won 4 of their last 6. They've also beaten the Athletics in 17 of the last 24 meetings. The A's here have still lost 4 of their last 6 games, a 2-game winning streak here right now, but they've gone over in 7 of their last 9 games on the road and 6 of the last 8 games overall. So let's see what you have here in this one between the Athletics and the A's. I'm going over here in this one. I'll get your picks though, please, in the chat. I went first. And here is Ziggy likes the under here in this one. It is, Justin says, Astros -1.5 here. And let's see here. Also, let's see here. Oops, I missed one there. Lovable plays, the A's here. Maybe I guess they're A's. They are acing it right now. I think that's what it says. Let's see here. SF Niner didn't have a good Mexican, and my Tijuana team just 1-1 yesterday against Juarez. All right. I think that's it. Oh, here's Cash Kane on the Astros run line. Robert likes the over here. And Nasty Nate here today. Hope you had a good vacation, Nasty Nate. Thanks for being here. He's got the Red Sox to smash. All right, next up, we got to get a move on here. We got to finish before the UFC coverage today, don't we? How about the Nationals taking on the Twins here with Mitchell Parker going for the Nationals and just Joe Ryan for the Twins. Man, Joe Ryan is on fire pretty much right now. Might need my next break here. Seeing Bublik, Bublik can't open the champagne, and he is actually asking Kazao to come in and open the champagne for him. How embarrassing would this be? But they can't do it. They can't open the champagne. He wants to flick it off there. They're having a hard time. This is going viral. I promise you right now that this is going viral. Here, the two world-class tennis players cannot get a bottle of champagne open, and now they've done it. And Kazao being quite the sport and pouring it down his opponent's mouth here. But you're going to have a viral moment for sure. It's making me crack up. The trophy is getting drenched as well. Okay, for Parker here, 6-10 record in the ERA of 5, 1.4 WHIP, 260 batting average against, 281 BABIP. For Joe Ryan here, he's been on fire, 2.63 ERA, but mostly at home, right? He dominates at home, 0.9 WHIP, 197 batting average against, and a 253 BABIP. He really keeps those walks down. 10-4 record for Ryan coming into this one. You got a big favorite here and probably worthy of it here, the way things are going with Washington. I know I'm talking about some of these $2 favorites that, what are we talking about here, right? But Ryan right now against Parker, it does feel like a mismatch, and I don't know if I could put a bunch of money on it, but probably have already rolled if you saw me. You know who I'm on if you saw my other appearances. But Minnesota's won 9 of their last 12 at home. They've also defeated Washington in 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two, although Washington has won 10 of the last 15 between the teams overall. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two in Minnesota have gone under. Washington, however, has gone over in 16 of their last 22 games overall coming into this one. Also, Washington has lost 5 straight games on the road coming in. So let's see what you have here with Washington taking on Minnesota here today. I think I got what I'm doing, but I want to hear from you in the chat in the matchup between Washington and Minnesota. Maybe there's some value in Washington because of the price, but are you really going to do it? Let's go to the chat right now and see what you have. With this one, it's going to be Trip Carroll. Man, I really appreciate Trip Carroll here. He said, how did you know to take Kurt's home run there? Because we have Jermaine, Trip, in the chat. Nice to see you, Trip. Ziggy's on the Twins on the run line. SF Niner says, why didn't we take Kurtz? Joe Ryan K's over for lovable plays here. And Dirty Red says, the Valkyries, but they still came back to win. Kurt, SF Niner says, Kurt's going to hit 5 home runs. I'd give him the day off. Pressure's going to be on. Let's see here. Justin, Twins run line today. And so is Robert on the Twins run line today. It does feel like this is a good matchup for the Twins, I feel like. All right, Cash Kane says, hey, don't forget, you got Rocker at home, pretty good. Yeah, that's. I think that was a part of the a lot of people on Rocker today for sure. The steam did come in on Atlanta, though. Dirty Red says, the Valkyries missing Thornton. It is going to be an issue moving forward a little bit. Maybe it was baked in the line, though. That's why I was on the Valkyries still. They have a lot of great home support, and the momentum was big time last night there in the second half of that comeback. Robert's on the over here. Twins money line. Twins money line also there for NYC Bar. Doge says, how about Jeffers for a home run today? And let's see here. SF9 are talking about those fans, right? And someone joked yesterday, we were talking about it on the Happy Hour show and how great the fan support is. And someone had made a cute comment. Yeah, they get great fan support at the concession stand. But no, I mean, this is real. I mean, they have sold out all the games and all that. And Jeff says if this Philly line keeps going up now, probably try to take the Yankees here, right? And look, we've seen that line. Now, what are we looking at here? $1 to $1.30 or so here with the Phillies. And SF9 liked him too. Okay, I got to make my pick here. I'm going over in the game between Washington and Minnesota. Next up is the Cubs taking on the White Sox with the rookie Horton. Yes, the rookie Horton here in this one. Going up against Aaron Savali, and you do have another big favorite here for the Cubs. Yeah, we know the White Sox are 28 games under 500, but they are playing some of their best ball of the season. Right now, Major League Baseball big underdogs are scoring you big. They are coming through, actually, with flying colors here. Right now, you might be almost blind putting money on these big home underdogs in Major League Baseball right now, but maybe not in this one. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of took the White Sox on another show, so on the run line anyway. Horton here, 3-3, 4.04 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, 270 batting average against. It's a rivalry still. Savali here, 2-6, the 4.76 ERA, 1.39 the WHIP, 275 BABIP coming into this one. So look, we know what we're getting here, but again, you get the White Sox in here, and I think it's not really a story about what this will do for a team's motivation, but the White Sox, these games are putting them on local TV here this week. You don't get a lot of those anymore, apparently, but let's see what you guys have here. This is still a rivalry, right? White Sox have lost 4 of their last 5 here at home against the Cubs, and they've lost 8 of their last 9 against the Cubs overall. So, but they, did a pretty good job in there yesterday, hanging in. We had the White Sox on the run line there in that 6-5 game. So, for the Cubs here, they have lost 4 of their last 5 overall. The White Sox have won 6 of their last 7, although they have dropped 12 of their last 18 games at home. Cubs here have gone under in 6 of their last 8 on the road, but they've gone over in 4 of their last 5. White Sox have gone over in 6 of their last 8 games. 6 of the last 8 between these two have gone over, including 5 of the last 6 games here at Rate Field. Let's go to the chat and see what you have here between the Cubs and the White Sox today. And here we go. Maybe not much in this one. Cash Kane is on the Cubs here, run line and over, but Ziggy says take the White Sox on the run line. Justin likes the over here in this one. And SF Niner says, I'm taking the White Sox and I'm fading the Red Sox. Cash Kane says it is still a rivalry, but they just don't have enough. NYC Bar likes the over here in this one. And let's see here. Ziggy says the first time around, Horton did win. A White Sox run line here for Robert. He's going to come right back with it. And Jeff Matthews says, look out, could have some weather in this game. Let me take a look at that. Let me take a look at that. I want to make one statement here right now, real quick. Not baseball related, but I want to do it right now. My Chargers are playing on Thursday in the Hall of Fame game, right? They're playing the Lions, and we know that Lions are great, but come on, the Lions, are they really going to care about this game, right? The Chargers come in, it's like a pick 'em. But I want to look for a book. If anybody sees it, come back. I want to bet the game will not finish. My bet for Thursday will be game to not finish. What are the odds of that? I think it'll be delayed by weather. Now, I don't have a farmer's almanac, but I've seen the weather this week, and in Ohio, I'll be real curious. And I'm going to predict, it might be a 20-1 shot, but I'm going to say the game does not finish between the Chargers and the Lions on Thursday. The White Sox run line here for lovable plays. It's bad weather. The White Sox won't even score. And Andrew's looking forward to that. And tennis there. Kevin's here talking tennis. And, man, that was a good match there. Now I'm watching Noskova leading here. I think this match is actually over. Let me get the result here. They put it on, but it was already finished. It was just moments ago. Buzkova coming back to win 2-6, 6-1, 6-3. Buzkova wins the Prague Open there. The number 5 seed upsets the number 1 seed there. Okay. The SF Niner took the Chargers. And I think that's it for you guys in this one. And I think I went over enough there, but let's see what you guys have here anymore between. And this is a good, White Sox Cubs game, but I got to go with the under in this one. Next up, my Padres are on the road taking on the Cardinals here today, and it's going to be, the Cardinals are a pretty big favorite here in this one, $1.55. Okay, well, look, I mean, I get it. Teams have similar records here. Look, I'm starting to have a little bit of anybody watches. Of course, I comment on the Padres more. They're my team. I'm frustrated. I mean, come on, this team is 55-49. That's not going to cut it. 6 games over 500. I think the Padres get more respect than they actually deserve. I'm not satisfied with what's going on, but at this price, I'd be willing to take my man Strandy Vasquez here. He puts him on base, but he gets out of it every time. And Liberatore, $1.55. This is kind of a high price, but I don't know. Maybe it's because of what I'm talking about. Padres definitely inconsistent. Couldn't even get a run yesterday again. The offense struggles sometimes, for sure. Liberatore, 4.13 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 263 batting average against. He's 6-7. Cards are 9-9 with Liberatore on the mound. Vasquez here, 3-4 with a 3.73 ERA, but the Padres are 13-7 with Strandy Vasquez pitching, and he's also 6-14 to the under when he starts. He's got some good numbers here: 3.73 ERA, 1.4 WHIP, 249 batting average against, and a 254 BABIP. Vasquez, he doesn't strike out batters, so that's why but he knows how to maneuver a little bit, and that's, I think, what his strong points are. I know he's not a very popular pitcher with bettors, but that's bad because the Padres win with him. So let's see what you have though here. Cardinals a big favorite. Just seems like come on, $1.55 here. Kind of an even matchup. It feels like anyway. I know the Padres struggle in St. Louis, and they did again last night. But uh, I can only look at the price and try to respond accordingly. For the Padres here, they have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. They've lost 4 out of the last 5 to Minnesota. They've lost 13 of their last 16 here. It's a problem for sure, but Cardinals have won 4 of their last 6 games at home coming in. They've also gone over in 4 of their last 5 games at home, but the Padres have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games on the road. So let's see, though, how you guys have it here with the Padres and the Cards today. I feel like the rent is too damn high, but Padres struggle against this team. Go ahead, chat. Let's see how you have it today in this one. A lot of response here. Great to see Nunya in the chat today. Kevin says, Layla, you got me on my knees to win a set there. And let's see. Good morning to Nunya. Great to see it there. Nunya, he used the Farmer's Almanac still. Padres for Justin here. Cash Kane says Padres as well. SF Niners going to lean to the Padres. Manny Machado over here for Justin. Looks like Manny's playing pretty well. NYC Bar is on the Padres today. Justin says Padres over on their team total. Jeff says that's what Strandy Vasquez does. He puts them on and gets them out. Padres run line here, reverse run line for Cash Kane. Roberts on the pod. A lot of Padres today. I think you guys just see it like I do. That's probably why you watch this show. Ziggy, though, on the under here. What is that current total? I think it's moved a little bit at 9 over minus 115. Yeah, so we got the price up there. Cash Kane liking the over here in this one. Okay. And let's see here. Robert McCormick leaning to the over in this one. Great, Nunya. Glad you've been working hard. Thank you nice to see you in the chat. Doe is just going to be, he's the guy on the Cardinals here a little bit. And SF Niner says, how do I become a member? We need more members. So, hey, the one thing, SF Niner, I don't know if you're watching on a phone. I think this still stands. You can't join on a phone for some reason. I guess, the YouTube, Google doesn't know how to do that yet. So you do have to be on, I think, a laptop or on a desktop to get the membership. And we'd love to have you. SF9, you're already a member technically of the crew, of course, but get the little icon, become a member of the crew, right? So, all right, level plays, maybe going with San Diego here, I think. Let's see here. And I think Justin said, I don't know if it works on the phone, though. You can do it from a phone. Hey, I trust Justin here on this. I don't know how to do it myself, so apologize. Google doesn't know how to. I mean, right? If Google doesn't know how to do it, right? I mean, come on. I mean, jeez. No wonder. If I can't do it, if Google can't do it. Let's move on, though. Oh, let's not move on. I got to make my pick here in this one with the Padres and the Cardinals today. Whoops. Boy, I'm having a fun time here. I'm all awake and everything with our coverage coming up today of the UFC. Don't forget to join us here in just a short time. Hey, maybe if I talk long enough, we can just lead right into the show today with the guys. But join us at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific with live companion coverage of the UFC from Dubai today. All right. Oh, let me get my pick here on the Padres and the Cardinals. It's going to be on the total here in this one, and I'm going to go with the over with the Padres and the Cardinals today. I know Padres. I mean, they got to score. Come on. Okay. I think that's it from you guys in the chat. Let me move on. Great conversation from you guys there. Guardians. Okay, so now here we go. This is game 2. So I know a lot of people want to wait for game 1. We don't have that luxury here on the morning Steam show, but you got Tanner Bybee. He's going up against Chris Bubich in this one. For Bybee, comes in with a 4.27 ERA, 6-9 record, 1.21 WHIP, 278 batting average against Chris Bubich here. He's got 8-6 record, 2.38 ERA, 1.14 WHIP. Royals are 7-9 to the under with Bubich on the mound here. Now let's go over some of these. We went over them yesterday a little bit, but I'll just quickly cover them right now as Kansas City has lost 14 of their last 19 games at home. They have won 4 of their last 6, however, at home. Kansas City's lost 7 of the last 10 games against Cleveland. They've also lost 4 of their last 6 at home against Cleveland. Kansas City has gone under in 4 of their last 5 games at home. Cleveland's gone over in 6 of their last 8 overall, but under in 12 of their last 17 on the road. Let's see how you want to play this one with Kansas City and Cleveland, game 2. So I kind of even want to wait for game 2 here in this one. So I'm going to take the under here with the Guardians and the Royals in game number 2. And quickly, we can go to your picks, though, in this one. Like I said, second game of a doubleheader does make it a little bit tough there. You guys, I want to say thank you so much. And not even if SF Niner doesn't get signed up, just trying to help and the cooperation you guys have there with trying to get memberships for us and everything like that. Just really appreciate it. Really great community here, Sports Money Network. Whether or not we get everybody signed up as members or whatever, just so much cooperation. You know, I get a little frustrated when anybody gets a little chippy in the chat because all we're doing is picking sports bets here. So it's just really awesome to see you guys. Thank you so much for being so true and so real with one another. All right. Lovable Plays talking a little bit about this. Cease and San Diego on the same program, whatever that is, right? I think Lovable Plays kind of tongue in cheek here because Padres may be looking to deal Cease. Padres, they don't know what to do. They're trying to deal, and no one wants to deal with AJ Preller because he always gets the best of the deal. Now, you can go back and find plenty of deals where he doesn't get the best of the deal. Is Preller the Trump of baseball general managers? All right, Level Plays on the under here, and Robert McCormick is on the Royals. Let's see here. Old D doesn't like doubleheaders. Well, it doesn't. Not a fan of betting them, but we like to, bet them. Okay, let's see here. Thank you, SF902 and everybody. Real good. Leaning the Royals here a little bit. So SF9er wants his name green. That's so cool, man. That is awesome. Okay, let's just move on to the next one. I'll have a premium in the Cleveland Kansas City game. I'm not going to have many premiums today in baseball. We're focusing on that UFC card. And here's the Dodgers taking on the Red Sox today, and Dodgers with Kershaw going, and Red Sox with Crochet in this one. Seems like a pretty awesome matchup. For Kershaw here, he comes in with a 3.27 ERA in 11 starts. He's 4-1 now. Dodgers 7-4 with him on the mound. 1.25 ERA, 2.55 batting average against. This is Kershaw after all, but Garrett Crochet been terrific as well. 11-4, 21 starts, 7-14 to the under in those starts. 14-7 record for Boston when Crochet starts. 106 whip, 216 batting average against, but a 300 BABIP should be noted anyway.
Final.
For the Dodgers here, they have lost 11 of their last 16 games right now, but they've beaten Boston in 5 straight. They've also won 5 of the last 6 games here in Fenway. We already know that, Nate had them to smash today. I guess maybe he didn't have them yesterday, but nonetheless, Dodgers here have gone under in 5 of their last 6 games on the road. 7 of the last 9 between the two teams have gone over. Dodgers have gone over in 5 of their last 6 at Fenway with Boston. Boston's gone under in 7 of their last 9. They've lost 5 of 7, but won 12 of their last 17. They've also won 7 of their last 8 games at home coming in. So, pretty good matchup no matter how you look at it. Still, Boston going to be a bit of a favorite here at $1.40 right now, maybe $1.35 total, 8.5 flat. Maybe I'm showing some books shading it over, some books shading it under, so we could just keep it 8.5 here, it feels like. But let me know what you have in this one between Boston and the Dodgers today. And feels like to me, I mean, I'm going to take the Dodgers here. We're at this price plus $1.15 or so. They won it yesterday, and I'll probably take them here again today. A lot of comments, though, on this game because it is a good game for sure. It's going to take me a minute to get through these. Here we go. It's going to be Nate. I think this is Boston Smash, of course, for Nate. And let's see here. Everybody's glad to see Nate. We'll hopefully see him in the chat at the UFC here. Red Sox first 5 here for Cash Kane. Ziggy's on the under in this one. And let's see here. Lovable places. You know, he's still Crochet, man. He's mowing these guys down, isn't he? He's got a 30% strikeout rate. How about that? Robert's on the Dodgers here. It's a price play probably for Robert. It is for me. And we see things so much similar. Justin also, same thing here. Got to take him here with this plus price. It feels like with Kershaw going, should be a good great matchup, right? SF9 be fading Boston a little bit today, probably just because of these prices, right? Look, plus $1.20. You can't pass it up, maybe, huh? Okay, I think that's it. I'm weeding through the comments about trying to get it signed up. Thanks, you guys, for doing that once again. Let me move on, though. We're almost done with the baseball here, Mets and the Giants. And, boy, you thought Kershaw and Crochet was a good pitching matchup. Look at this one. You got David Peterson here. He's going up against David Peterson. I mean, this guy's the most underrated pitcher in the league, it feels like, isn't it? Now, he is just 11-8, but a 2.9 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, 237 batting average against here for Peterson. For the Giants here, and Robbie Ray, 2.92 ERA, 1.12 WHIP, 202 batting average against. You know, Ray's numbers are kind of inflated just because of when he's had bad outings. They've been kind of poor outings, right? Other than that, he's usually either lights out or maybe a little bit of slip up. Giants are 9-4, or 15-6 with Ray on the mound, and 9-4 is Ray's record coming into this one. These two pitchers are combined 14-24 to the under so far this season. Ray has a 202 batting average against and a 242 BABIP coming in. So let's see, who you have to win this one with the Giants. Just the slightest of favorites, it feels like right now, at $1.15 total. The typo, it's a typo, you guys. Nobody take under. It's 7.5. It was never 8.5. That's for sure. In fact, there is some 7 overs out there right now. I'd say it's 7.5 under 25 is pretty much the current price in the game between the Mets and the Giants. So let's see what you have today in this one. I know what I'm on the under. I mean, come on. I don't need to really go any further. We can look into the chat, see what you guys have here. real quick, but I'll make my pick right now before I look. I'm on the under. Giants have lost 7 of their last 9 games. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games at home. 4 of the last 5 between these two teams have gone over. Giants gone over in 5 of their last 6. Mets have gone under in 4 of their last 6 games on the road. The Mets have dropped 11 of their last 16 games on the road, but they've won 5 straight. They're hot right now, coming in following yesterday's clobbering there of Logan Webb there a little bit, right? San Francisco definitely slumping here right now, so let's see what you have in the chat. The good pitchers duel expected anyway, right? Here we go. And Justin says he's got the Mets in this one. Cash Kane's on the Mets. Ziggy's on the Mets. Everybody's on the Mets here, it looks like. And let's see here. How about SF Diner? How about Mets and Yankees today? And Peterson, he's kind of a sneaky, right? He's David Peterson. I mean, nobody even knows who this guy is with his name anyway. But like I said, I think he's done pretty well. Roberts on the Mets money line there. And Nunya can't figure out the Nunya. Here's the thing, right? Like I said I think it doesn't work on the phone, but Justin's an expert on it. It's just that, and I don't know how, but a lot of people have said they can't do it or find it. So I think that's what we're dealing with there a little bit. And that's why I said it like I did. Some people are like, I can't find this option or something. That's what's been reported a lot. Okay, here we go with the Mariners and the Angels. This is the final game of the baseball card. We're almost out of here. Thank you. And we're just an hour away, really, from our UFC coverage here today with Kirby and Anderson here for the Mariners and the Angels tonight. And for George Kirby, talk about inconsistent here. Where's my man Kirby? 4-5 with a 4.65 ERA and 11 starts. Remember, I was like, oh man, Kirby's back. He's going to be kicking into gear here. Maybe it hasn't quite been quite Kirby-like yet. Maybe it won't be this year. 113 whip, 243 batting average against, 288 BABIP. But going up against Anderson here, 2-6 record. Angels are 12-8 with Anderson on the mound, despite his 2-6 record here. So really, what that says is he doesn't get run support in a lot of games when he's in the game, and then as soon as he leaves the game, the Angels do score. In some instances, they're still, like I said, 12-8 with him on the mound. He's got 2-6 record in 20 starts. He's only been a starter. 4.43 ERA, 1.41 WHIP. 255 batting average against. It really says like when he pitches well, they don't get any run support, and so then they end up winning the game. And then when he doesn't pitch well, he gets hit a little bit, gets pulled, they lose the game. It's kind of strange, his statistics for sure. But they're the Angels, and hey, you know what? Still playing pretty well here right now, right? 4 games under 500, I know, but like I said a couple times here, probably better than we were expecting from the Angels. They have lost 4 of their last 5, but done pretty well at home here of late. They've also beaten Seattle in 11 of their last 16 games overall. They've also won 8 of the last 11 at home against Seattle. So kind of interesting right there, right? Seattle comes in having lost 4 of their last 6, although they've won 4 of their last 5 games on the road here coming into this one. And man, this price is too high, but mine is, I always say, oh, I'm a Mr. Price guy, and I always take the price, but I also try to weigh it out with the statistics. It just feels like to me this is a much better matchup for Seattle. I don't like the price at all. It's going to be my free play here. I'm going to take Seattle on the road there. Didn't work out yesterday, right? The Angels got the win, so trying to come back here again today with Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle in this one. go to the chat here real quick. The baseball segment is over. And well, thanks, Robert. Yeah, I think that is exactly what happens right there. There is an option in there if you have it turned off or something. I have seen that. JW, nice to see JW. Says we're going to have a great weekend of sports here. And it feels like we're going to have a great start to it with our UFC. Angels money line and over there for Ziggy. Cash game like some Mariners here. We're running long today. Halo's money line because Kirby's not looking good. You're right, Doge. I'm putting not one last. I don't have a don't bet list, you guys. I'm not like that. You shouldn't really either. I totally get it if people, we're all like that, right? Cash gain on the over here. Lovable places. Angels get their wins from the heavens. All right.
Final.
And Doe's talking a little soccer here today, and we got a big Major League Soccer card. I'm going to have a Major League Soccer card out today as well. All right. Like I said, I'm going to have a limited baseball card. I do not have a lot of premiums today at all in baseball. Mostly given the nature of the card. I'm not making excuses because of the UFC. All right, that's it. Let's move on here. We got some other sports to talk about. Then we'll get out of here. I need at least to get a little breakfast before our show. Sparks and Liberty here tonight. We got the Sparks on the road. Man, is it 12 now? It opened 10.5, but we're up to 12, even 12.5 here. Hey, I was on the Liberty yesterday for one of my high roller picks over there at Tony'sPicks.com, one of my big picks there with the Liberty yesterday. So, hey, we were able to get that. Liberty ended up looking good right now, no doubt about it. They're playing probably as well as they have all season, it feels like here at this point. But, hey, let's see what you guys have in this matchup. You got New York coming in here 8-5 against the spread at home. Sparks are 9-4 against the spread on the road. They're also 16-7 to the over in their games here this season. Sparks come in here pretty hot right now with a little bit of a on a roll here, a little bit for sure. So let's see though what you guys like in this one. I mean, look at this total at 175, and that's just the way it's going because the Sparks can't stop anybody, and the Liberty, yeah, they play pretty well, but man, that is a high number. Even I think that's a little bit too high. Even we've seen, even some hundreds here right now, but I'm gonna end up here. Let me go to the chat here before I'm on the under, you guys. I can't help myself. Give me the under here. I'm just I'm going under, you guys. Here we go. Let's see here. We've got Robert went over in that Seattle game. And Justin says he's got the Sparks plus the points here. Yeah, I think Justin and I were on the 2-3 zone together. I said I agree with Justin on that one. And but Justin is on the over, just to make clear there. And maybe I should have waited for him at first, but I did. I'm going under. I think this is 175. Look, we were on the show, right, Justin? It was 171 at that time. I think Ron said, didn't he say he likes the over in the game as well? Justin said it. Ron said it. I'm just going to be contrarian here, I think, in this one. Ziggy, thank you for all your contributions today. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lovable plays, though, like see over as well. And Oldie says, all that line movement from the judge? Yeah, I think it is. I think it really is. Robert's on the Sparks here in this one. Cash Kane says the Liberty rolls again. Just remember, they are up here, Liberty on the back-to-back. And Tigres was free money. Sparks are looking good. Take them plus the points. Okay, one more here is Seattle taking on the Mystics here in this one. And I just agreed with my man Ronnie Crawford on the show. I said I like the under here in this matchup. The total here is 156. Storm might be down to a 4-point favorite. I'm seeing a lot of different lines here between 4 and 5.5 right now. I may be getting some stale lines here, really, but nonetheless, it's right about there. But I'm going under here in this one. You do have Seattle 7-11 to the under as a favorite. Washington 6-8 to the under as a dog. The first meeting was 74-69 for 143 points. So maybe that's the way this one will go. Washington did win it 74-69 at Seattle. Seattle comes in 15-10.
Final.
Washington's 11-12 right now, but I'm going to go ahead and take the under here in this one with Seattle and Washington. All right, let's see here. Cash Kane says Sparks beat the nobody. Liberty should be locked in against a bad team. SF Niner likes my least favorite team in Mexican soccer. That would be Club America. And either you like Club America or you do not like Club America. That's the way it is. And Lovell plays likes the under, I think, in the basketball game here.
Final.
There's no in between. You're either a Club America fan, or you like another team and you do not like Club America. That's how you do it. Okay, Justin says he likes the Mystics here in this one. That's it for the WNBA. We're going quickly here. Like I said, I want to get some breakfast before we hook up with the boys for the show. So let's go to the Blue Bombers taking on the Argos here in this one. We got a little CFL action tonight. Hey, I drilled that game last night, side and total. A lot of people were on the over there, and once it went up to 55, now it did come back down to 53, talking about Saskatchewan and Edmonton yesterday. But once it went up to 55, that's when I got in on the under. It didn't matter. It went under. But still, it was a rugged start. It was 8-4 there, I think, at the end of the first quarter. What was the score there? First half as well, low-scoring first half yesterday. So let's see what you guys know. Anything in this one between Winnipeg and Toronto here? You got to look at this one here for sure and take this one pretty seriously. I mean, with Winnipeg on the road favored here at Toronto right now. You got a Winnipeg team coming in here 3-2, but Toronto struggling at 1-5 here right now. I mean, Winnipeg strong defense. I've got them right now probably generally one of the top defenses I think right now in the league. And Toronto, they're not looking great defensively for sure. Caleros, I think he could probably have a pretty strong game here. Look, I like Nick Arbuckle. I know no one else does, but I do. I just think it's got a tough here with this lineup. I mean, you do have Coxey, you do have Mittal as well for the Argos here, but man, it does feel like it's still a pretty cheap price here for Winnipeg. Do you guys have any opinion here on the CFL today before I get off the air here and we get ready for that action? Man, I like Winnipeg here, especially at, let me look at the move here because I know the move is on Toronto. I want to respect it. It was 3.5. It's now 2.5. It opened 2.5, went up to 3.5, and is now back to 2.5. I'm taking the Winnipeg Blue Bombers as my play here. I know Toronto at home, they haven't done anything this year, let's face it, with these games. I mean, their only game was a win on the road against Ottawa. They played well at Montreal last game in the 26-25 loss. They almost came through. Remember, they got bombed by Hamilton. They've given up some massive points here to some teams. They they gave up 39 to Saskatchewan. So I would say that my favorite players today, though, for Winnipeg, I mean, you got to take Dembski. I mean, Dembski right now, I mean, that game, he was on fire last game. 7 receptions for 146 in that game. I know they lost to Calgary here. They've lost 2 straight, so I got to take the Blue Bombers to bounce back here and get the win tonight and cover. All right. Let's see here. SF Niner. Oh, SF Niner. He's a Club America fan. Okay, I didn't know that. SF Niner. I thought you were just betting him when you said you got to take Club America today. I mean, don't get me wrong. I bet on Club America all the time. I just don't. I'm a Tijuana fan, so I don't like Club America. And if you're a Santos fan, you don't like Club America. If you're a you know, a Chivas fan, you don't like Club America, right? If you're a Monterey fan, you don't like Club America. You just either like Club America or you don't. All right. He did take the under there. Fernando, I mean, look, he's our Liga MX expert. I did make a controversial comment. I was actually agreeing with someone, and I quoted him that MLS, after that All-Star game victory, look, I took Liga MX, MLS, but, it made me dig deeper a little bit and look into it. And more younger players are choosing MLS over Liga MX when signing their contracts. So I think the shift is on. I think the bigger money is always going to be in the U.S. eventually. I know it's taken a long time for Major League Soccer even to grow. Look how many teams there are, though, right? And maybe I'm coming from a perspective of my San Diego FC expansion team or whatever, but I think they passed Liga MX here a little bit. All right, let's see here. Doge, I think, is actually going to take the Argos today because he's tired of the Blue Bombers letting him down here at those consecutive losses. SF Niner does like the under today. Do I have it at 52 on the screen? Or is it up to 52? I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's 49. Oh, I think SF Niner got it at a good price, or maybe he bought some points there. Thank you, SF Niner. And Fernando, yeah, the Tijuana game, I was really disappointed. Pumas, don't forget Pumas in there, right? And Gorky, hello. Nice to see Gorky today. Good morning. He says money cannot buy football passion. That's right? No one's going to take it away from me there and my loyalty to my teams. Okay, I guess that's it for the morning, Steve. I just want to thank everybody. I want to go get some breakfast. I'll be with you in an hour or so, or a little less than an hour, with our coverage of UFC. So, hey, if you have time, why not check out me and BB? We went over 3 fights, and also check out First Strike. You got an hour to do so. The shows are about that long, so go check it out real quick. Get ready for UFC. Or you can get my picks right now for every fight, UFC, by going to winnable.com. I have picked every fight here. Let me just say, how do I put? Go get them. All right, that's a couple bucks, 50 cents. Subscribe to my picks. But I don't know. I'm not taking very many chances today. Let's just say that. After I got my ass kicked last week on the main card, maybe I'm going a little bit too conservative today. But you know what? My experience is when you get to the Middle East cards, if you will, the Abu Dhabi card, the Riyadh cards, maybe things run according to form. But you still got to get my picks here today. Look, you can go to winnable.com, find me there on screen, right, with my subscription. You can get the picks for just $3. You don't have to subscribe for all the picks, but if you want my picks, they are up there at winnable.com, for a price. And I do appreciate any support, though. Go to winnable.com. It looks like this when you get it on the screen there. And what was that note? I'm going to see that. Little League, what did it say? Little League star ejected, suspended for bat flip. Oh, I did see that, yeah. They weren't a very good team, that bat flip kid. Anyway, he won a game, did the bat flip, he won hit with a home run, but they were a crummy team, and they got kicked out because of the bat flip there, I think, is what happened. Okay, well, let me go back to that. Okay, so it looks like this, right? And then you go to subscriptions here, and you can get it daily for $3. That's what I have the UFC card for as well there today. So grab it there, my UFC card. Full Abu Dhabi selections for Saturday the 26th, just $3. And when you subscribe, it comes up just like you're ordering your Taco Bell. It says right there, Oh, there's my phone number. Anybody want to call me? And it's just like you're ordering your Taco Bell there. Double click to pay. So uh, join me over at winnable.com. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. Also, I can tell you, Jeff, MMA Jeff, he's got his plays on the Winnable now as well with his UFC today. So just join us. I'll give out. If you ride with us all 6.5 hours today, I'm going to give out my play. You don't need to subscribe. Just come to the show. I'll give you my play. Mikey will give you his. Jeff will give you his. Hopefully, we'll get a cast of characters coming on over. Hey, if any of my friends in the chat, just chime in the chat. Say, hey, I want to come on. I think we'll bring you on today if you want to sit around with us all day and talk UFC. Maybe you want to make your debut. I don't think I'm getting in trouble with Mikey if you're a established sports money, if you're a member. Even if you're not, we'll probably take you. But we might be looking for some friends if you want to come on today. Today'd be a good day to do it. If you've thought about maybe going on the air, if you're marginal, if you're one of our guys that we'd love to have you, consider just chiming in or send us a message or something, right? So let's see here. Lovable Plays loves his soccer. Gorky says MLS will never be bigger than Liga MX. Gorky, you know better. You better start looking at the numbers here and the valuations of the franchises. That's all there is to it. But, the other thing is Liga MX got a pretty nice TV contract, too. They may have locked themselves in, though, with that VIX contract. That one looks a little sus there. There's just VIX. There's not enough subscribers to VIX. There are way more subscribers to Apple Plus than VIX, even Spanish speakers. So we know in Mexico how huge Liga MX is. Okay, but I'm surprised that you said that because you are such an expert on it. Let's see here. And hopefully we'll have Gorky today. Maybe Gorky will join us today. I love when he's on there with us. All right, let's see here. Any more comments, and then I'll let you go, everybody. Oldie says we got that UFC coming up here. Thank you to Bobby Mack. Hopefully you'll see over there as well. Nunya, great to see you, Nunya, in the chat today. Lovable Plays, great job. Doge says, nice to have him there. SF9er Nurmagomedov today. Also, let's see here. I just want to get through it here and make sure I don't miss any great comments from you guys. We're going to start in less than an hour, Justin. So, you got an invite. Come on by, Justin. It's right now. It's in 45 minutes. We're going live. Okay, so we'd love to have you. We talk other sports too, especially on an early day like today, right? So, all right. What else? I got to go, you guys. I love all the comments. Harrison, thank you. Oh, thank you, Harrison. Whew. Good job, Harrison. I really appreciate that. Jimmy Lambo just put Grandpa on a full Nelson on his couch there. Okay, let me get the contest, and then you guys can go if you want, or you don't have to stick around, but let me bring it up here real quick. There we go with the drawing today. We have it ready and loaded up. Here we go. And let me show Mikey here real quick. And so Mikey made me a thing, but look what happens, Mike. I think he said he was going to fix it, but our contest screen, I can't get the screen share through that. We're grayed out. So I know Mikey says he's going to fix it, but there we go. Or I'll just do it like this. Here we go. Oh, that looks fine. Don't need the fancy background for this one. Maybe I could put a colorful background here a little bit. This looks pretty cool. Okay, here's the drawing. Who's going to get whoever wins this drawing they can get my free subscription right now. Use the promo code WINNER. Whoever wins this drawing. Here we go. NYC Bar, Will, Kevin, Law Dog, Trip, Cash Kane, Gorky, Madrid, Dirty Reg, Will Johnson, AOD, Nick Handy, and it's Jimmy. Jimmy has just won for the second day in a row. Hopefully, Jimmy is all. Jimmy, if Jimmy's here and if he's signed up, I owe Jimmy now 2 months of my picks here. And if you're already a subscriber, let me know so I can extend your subscription. If you're not a subscriber and you want to subscribe, use the promo code WINNER and that's going to give you 30 days of the picks. I don't know. Jimmy might have left. I didn't see too many comments from him second half of the show, and Jimmy won for the second straight day, and we've only done it 5 days, and we've had 2 winners twice, and that never happened when we were doing the parlay contest. But that's how it works. And hey, if someone won 5 days in a row, we'd give them 5 months of my picks, whether they like it or not. But you got to be signed up. Thanks everybody for watching the Morning Steam Show. Congratulations, or join me, Jimmy. You're my man. All right, let's see what we got here real quick. We'll let you go. Jimmy's on fire. It's rigged. Thank you. Jimmy's winning. Hey, whatever Jimmy's picking today, we're going to roll with it here, right? Let me get my border back on so you don't see all the clutter there in the background with me. There we go. Thanks a lot, everybody. Catch you in less than an hour. Come right back with us here on the Sports Money Network. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover. That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.